How is it simpler, easier, and safer?
So what we've done at the moment, the current kits in the field have about 5 or 6 separate components. We've engineered those components into one device. So you've got a safety lancet that's engineered into the device, a blood collection unit. So you've taken sort of clinical training that's required and extensive skill in doing the manual steps, and you've integrated it into one device. The safety lancet is integrated, and once it's used, it locks out, so there's no risk of needle stick. The blood collection unit only collects the correct amount of blood, so you can't under or overfill the unit. A big cause of errors in the field at the moment is that they put in too little blood. So our unit collects the right amount of blood and then automatically delivers it to the test pad. It is accurate. The current accuracy is 99.7 and the specificity is 99.8%.
So when can we expect this device rolled out in South Africa?
We're currently finalizing some logistics and administration in the country, but we expect it to be available in the private sector within the next 6 to 8 weeks. We're engaging with a couple of research organizations to do some innovative in-field usability studies to prove that the device is that much more accurate and user-friendly.
Have you had any response from health authorities in the country? I know you said you presented it at the AIDS conference in Durban.
We did. We engaged with some quality assurance managers from the Department of Health, both national and from KwaZulu-Natal. They are very keen on the product, and we're in the process of sending them samples and engaging with them to see if we can do some trials in government clinics.
The big question, how much does it cost?
So it comes in cost competitive compared to the current test kits out there. We've promised to bring it in at under 20 Rand a unit, and once volumes increase, so for a government tender, for example, we'll be able to bring that price down even more.
And where would you think South Africans would be able to access the device? At a local pharmacy, perhaps?
So you won't be able to buy it over the counter at a local pharmacy, but we are aiming to put it in the pharmacy wellness clinics where you go in and you screen for cholesterol or your flu jab and stuff like that. They currently do HIV tests through those clinics. We'll also be providing it through wellness screening companies that go into the large corporates and do wellness days where they test for HIV, they test for TB, cholesterol, all that sort of thing.
Is there a reason it's not available over the counter?
The main reason is that in this country and in fact worldwide, there's a need for pre and post-test counseling to be able to support the person that's having the test. So what we don't want to do is put it into the field without that support. We're engaging with a research organization to establish a best practice about how to effectively manage that process where someone takes it home and there's not a counselor sitting next to them. So we're busy working through that so that, we're not putting people at risk when we put it over the counter.
Is this already being used in other countries?
It's not. This is the first country that we're launching in. We made the decision to launch in South Africa with an HIV product specifically because around 10% of our population is infected or affected by HIV, and we'll be rolling it from South Africa up Africa. And because the Tomo Rapid platform can house an HIV test, but the next product to market will also be a malaria test, which is more relevant for Central Africa.
Have there been any criticisms so far?
So far, we haven't picked up any major criticisms. We're quite pleased with the response so far.
We'll leave it there with Byron Darroch. Thank you very much for your time. He's the Business Development Manager at Automo Diagnostics, an Australian healthcare company that's producing a new HIV rapid test device to be introduced in South Africa.